And so to the last event in these championships, the motor pace race. This is the final for the lineup, and the race is underway. And Jens Veggerby, silver medalist last year, paced by Bruno Walgrave, and they have to stay tight behind the bikes. The pace, in fact, dictates the speed of the rider. When he senses they can attack, he pulls them into the attack. And this is Antonio Finelli of Italy, and the rider who's setting the pace at the moment is Koningshofer, and this coming up on the outside now is Jens Veggerby of Denmark. And the Danes beginning to warm up to this motor pace racing. Veggerby, in fact, taking second place a year ago in the World Championships, and Veggerby having trouble there. His pacer pulling him into the attack, and he can't go. Veggerby has caught it, and there's been a crash, and this, in fact, is Finelli. I've never before seen a crash in a motor pace race. Now let's have a look at this. Watch the right of your picture here, because that is the pacer, Walter Corridon, who touches the boards and has caused this terrible pile-up here. Again, watch the rear roller of the pace bike touch the boards, and then, in fact, Finelli had a very nasty fall indeed over the top of the bike, and they've come down in a heap on the bottom. Well, that is something I'm thankful to say very, very rarely happens, and in fact, a red flag, not surprisingly, has gone out to cancel the heat. This is the second part of the final, by the way, and there'll be a restart there. Now, will Finelli be in it? He's a man who's won a bronze medal at World Championships before, and look at the damage to the track. This is going to cause a long delay for quite a considerable repair of the track. Very, very rarely do you ever see a motor pace bike fall, but what seems to have happened was Walter Corridon took the bike too high, and the roller touched the advertising boardings, and he lost control. Well, it's nice to see Antonio Finelli all smiles. Well, he's going to have some great slow motion video to show his family when he goes home, but thankfully he survived it. And Finelli is out for the final of the event again, and to the applause of the crowd, just a few wood burns to show as souvenirs, and now the racing underway again. And so it is now Jens Veggerby who's got control of this event. It now looks as though he's going to race clearly away to his first ever world title. This is something of a fairy tale for Jens Veggerby. And there's Roland Koningshofer, who is expected to win the title, the world champion between 1989 and 1991. But he's now in only second place, because the man who's come from behind is Veggerby. Veggerby, who came literally from behind last year, rode this event for the first time, took the silver medal. Now he is racing to the gold medal here in Hamar. And I don't think there's anything anybody can do about it. There is Veggerby. And the crowd are loving this now, because Denmark at last are going to have a medal, and a gold one at that, in these championships. Never before a medal in this type of event. And there is Finelli. He's riding along in fourth place, just a shade out of the medals despite that crash. Now you can have a close-up look at him from our camera on the back of his pacer, Walter Corridon. He didn't look too bad, did he? But this rider, very shortly, the pain will be going away. He's gritting his teeth trying to hold on to the roller here of his pacer, Bruno Walgrave, who has paced many, many riders to a world title. And Walgrave now bringing home Jens Veggerby of Denmark. He's lapped the field. He's the only rider with a clear lap advantage over the rest. There's no doubt he's going to take the world title. And in fact, he's coming over the top of Roland Koningshofer, and that's why the crowd are cheering. Koningshofer, third in 92 and second between 86 and 88. He won the title 89 to 91. You can call that experience if you like, but you can't call this man the man of experience. It's only his second attempt at the title. But I guess in Bruno Walgrave, he has probably the most experienced man to pace him. The blue line is what they call the stayers line. That's where the riders will ride normally on the motorbike, and the bell goes. One lap of the track before Jens Veggerby will be champion of the world for the first time at the second time of asking, and there'll be celebrations in Denmark tonight. Tremendous ride there by Jens Veggerby of Denmark to take the gold medal. He'll take it ahead of Roland Koningshofer, who has to be content with second this time. He's got a drawer full of medals of all colours. And the third place will go to a former world champion in Carsten Podlesch of Germany. So the three final medalists of what has been a great competitive world championships here in the Viking Ship Stadium in Hamar, Norway. The riders now packing their bags and heading down to Oslo for the World Road Race Championships.